Hi, welcome to the video. This isn't exactly framework related, but it is computer related. Just something I was able to grab off of eBay the other day, something I always wanted. But we'll see. Kind of see it together here anyway. But yeah, something I always wanted. It just took a very long time to be able to afford one. Yeah, they said there'd be a generic power cable with it. We're not going to use that. They have now become extremely cheap if you want one. So, you might know what that is already. If you're a Mac fan anyway. That is a 2013 Mac Pro. Widely criticized and panned, but it should be all in there. I always wanted one, so I got it. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Obviously known as the trash can, but I always wanted one. I thought they were fascinating. Piece of kit, a piece of engineering. It's actually a pretty high configuration. 8-core Xeon, 64 gigs RAM. I don't even think that was an option at the time. When they came out, it was kind of later discovered that it could handle it. 1 terabyte SSD, and then the top GPU D700s. When this was new, I'm guessing that was $5,000, $6,000, something like that. You can get that on eBay now for like $290, I think is all I paid. And just a quick glance, all the ports, pretty good condition, not too much wear. I've always wanted one. They were just, I found them fascinating and interesting. That thermal core design, one fan. It's like some scuffs maybe. That's more tape than anything else that could come off. Looking at the outside itself, I think all it needs is just a good white clean. Some scuffs here. That's just like a tape residue as well. That can come off. There's a little scratch right there. Yeah, what do you expect? I think a lot of this just cleans up and it'll come right out. Yeah, let's see. I've never actually opened one. Unlocked. Here, let me move it down. Try not to scratch things. No, this is going to be just something to play around with. Do some Final Cut Pro. I like that more than any DaVinci or anything else. So, yeah, that does feel nice, even after all these years. Let's take a look. So it's all one big fan at the top. Kind of see the blades a little bit. I'm going to be taking it all apart. I ordered a 12-core CPU for it. So that'll be fun to take it apart, clean out the dust. I'm sure fresh thermal paste will be very appreciated. I'm surprised to see that RAM is black. That might be original Apple sourced. That's often said they don't source the highest quality RAM, but I thought in the pictures it was green. But if it's black, that might be actual Apple issued or Apple spec'd. And the black shroud on the SSD is a good thing too. That's also quite possibly an original Apple piece as well. Yeah, that's your 1 terabyte SSD, which 1 terabyte of flash storage in 2013 must have been unbelievably expensive. That's one of the GPUs. I think you can see them both. I thought you could anyway. I could be wrong. I'm quite happy with that. I'll put on the screen what I paid for it, $290, something like that. The 12 core chip was $25, so that's the depreciation. That's probably a $2,000 chip back in 2013. I did get another power cord. The seller said it was an OEM Apple cable for this machine, but I do not believe it is, because that should have a slight curve to it, that shroud right there, that little bezel, to match the curve of the Mac. And let's see, this cable has some strange text branding written on it. You can kind of see in some places. Yeah, I can't find it now, but I'm sure that's not an OEM cable. It's close enough that it was probably an honest mistake from the seller. Just thought that's what it was. Unless you're a real Apple enthusiast like me. But yeah, I'm sure this won't sit. No, that's just not quite OEM. Maybe I'll go look for another one eventually. I just want to power this thing on, make sure it all works, and clean it up. Put that new 12 core in when it arrives, and yeah, it'll be a nice little editing machine. Play around with it. Maybe I'll put some Mac OS specific games on there and just see if they run on the D700s. If not, whichever one's even being used. I doubt many games are going to use both, if any. Surprisingly, a lot of the old Lego games do. They actually support Crossfire, I've seen before. No, thanks for watching this one. The next video I'm going to transfer the file. I shouldn't say transfer, it's more like copying the files from the MacBook 12 that I have, the little 2017-inch fanless one, using their migration assistant, I think Apple calls it. We'll see how that goes, transferring the data and information over to this. I'm going to keep that machine around, though. I really like it too. Yeah, just something I always wanted. Like I said, it took 12 years of depreciation to be able to afford it. But they're cool. I mean, obviously I've had the other Mac Pros, the previous one to this, and as well as the big follow-up, the 2019 one. I never did have one of these. I always liked it. Just the oddity is you gotta, to put that case on and off, you gotta pull the power plug out just to do that. Well, thanks for watching. There should be some more videos to come. I'm going to be using this machine to edit this video and the follow-ups on it, using Final Cut Pro. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thanks.